sweet dreams, turning to coffee in the morning. We talk street art, sarcasm, crass humor and high fashion. Peach color moon glistens the plot thickens as we laugh off shotguns and tongue kisses. Bubble bath, chick for dare, and would you rather? A cold flame, the thrill and no shame. Drug, sex, and Polaroid. Pick a star in the sky, we could both say goodbye all night. I wish I could paint on these moments in vibrant. You were play, searching, gonna play, searching, pillow talk, searching, sweet dreams, turning coffee in the morning, coffee in the morning. I don't wanna wake you. All right, let me move this. All right, I promise this time I'm going to speak to everybody. Edna not going to put you out. I was on my other channel, and so I switched back over to this channel because I was just about to change the time, like how long you had to be a subscriber. And I was doing that because people would come over here just to be talking crazy. And I'm like, I just really don't care. Like, people get enough of saying whatever the fuck they want to say about me all through social media. And if you can say it there, oh, let me hit the stop sharing. If you can say that on other places, I'll be damned if I'm going to let you do it over here. Another thing that I'm going to be doing going forward is using more of like the mashup music and stuff like that so that I don't have to trim the music out. Because when I trim the music out, then I lose the chat room. So let me say hello to everybody in the room before I'm getting started, because I think it's kind of rude to not acknowledge the chat and stuff. But lately, I've been having so many people in my life that honestly, it just becomes overwhelming to like speak to each and every person individually or anything like that. So I just started getting started on, what I need to talk about or whatever. So I'm going to speak to everybody. Then we're going to go over a couple of things. And then I'm also going to leave the floor open for anybody. And especially if it's anybody that genuinely supports me, I'm open to any questions. But if you think that you shouldn't ask me the question, then don't ask me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think it's not a good idea, or if you think I'm not going to answer you, then it's probably in your best interest not to ask me. But I do thank you all for being here because it's 2:00 in the morning. I slept. I woke up late today. I only watched a couple people on YouTube today. And then I had my Patreon, which my next Patreon definitely will go back to the vibe that we previously had over there and not kind of what it was today. So anyway, Miss Lady T, Dream Team, good morning. Wild Seed said, bitch, don't change the motherfucker subscriber. I'm a new subscriber. I want to engage in the chat too. We're going to do that. Mars, I'm going to need y'all. I know I don't have a lot in here, but I'm going to need y'all to be up on top of it because, baby, they are obsessed, impressed. Obsessed, impressed. Okay. So, Wild Seed, good morning. Thank you for being here. Trouble Woman. Good morning. Lena, Pretty Brown Eyes. Yeah, I'll try not to do that. But that's the reason why I do it. I was going to start being petty and put it on like 1 year and shit. I got my chat boss up in the building, Coach White. Love her down. Coach White, if you have it available, can you please drop the link to Ross Fly Apparel? If you sign up and you decide to get your own nasty piece of order, you can put in the promo code S_Hutch10 and get 10% off. And if it's your first time making a purchase, you can sign up on the website and get 10% off, which will equal 20% off. And you can thank me once you put in your order. So Locked in Lovely, good morning. Sincere. Some of these names, I swear I can read, but it's like, let's just say Sincere. I don't know. So anyway, if y'all don't know, I am also Edible Edna. I'm many people. Depends on which day you come across me. Okay, so Christopher W. Hey, I haven't seen you in a minute. It's good to see you. Is that really Jay Wilson or is that a troll? Shelly John Legend was I will talk about it. I don't know if that's really Jay Wilson or not because he don't frequent my channel. Okay, I see people saying hey to April, so I'm assuming that April is in here. Love you down. I kind of got a feeling that's not Jay Wilson. Swag found. Good morning, Jasmine. Good morning, Tracy's Delight. Tracy, if you don't mind, I might mod you up just in case I get a plethora of trolls coming up in here. That is Vibrant. Brooke is up in here. I said got one eye wide open. So look, I don't know if that's I swear that's not Jay Wilson because Jay Wilson don't type like that. Hold on, y'all. Let me double check and see if this is really Jay Wilson's page. Go to channel. Let's see. Let's see now. Hold on, it's taking a minute to get there, but we're gonna find out if that's really Pastor or not. Because if it's not him, oh shit, it is Pastor. Pastor, you was about to get blocked. Now, this is what I talked about a little bit on my Patreon today, right? I watched a video from Castro Cannon. And good morning, Dr. LaShonda. It's a good thing Pastor's in here because I watched a video today and Castro confessed that he had lied on Jay Wilson. He stated that he lied because Rebel was basically a casualty of war and things like that. So people were upset with Castro because he lied or whatever. I think it's wrong that he lied, but I can appreciate the fact that his conscience bothered him enough to come clean. And you got to be able to respect that because he could have kept going with the same lie. Now, I don't know who was in his live when he went live, or I don't know if he actually had just did an upload, but I noticed that I didn't see anybody in the comment section. I am subscribed to his channel and I still will support him because if something bothers you to the point that you feel the need to confess, I would prefer that a person does that versus them keeping up with the lie. It's not good to lie on people, especially with things of a sexual nature, especially because in the LGBT, a lot of people feel that the men are very fluid and they're all over the place and stuff like that. And by Castro being in the community, I think that wasn't good for him either. Okay, that's really big of you, Jay Wilson, honestly. And I can't do anything but respect that because some people would just say they're going to hold it against the person forever. Now, what he went on to state is that the reason why he did it is because he felt like he was being picked on by Jay Wilson and it became too much for him. And I think sometimes people feel like it's the beef sector and let's just beef and let's say whatever. I'm not saying that that's how Jay Wilson feels, but I'm saying that I think some people don't understand that everybody can't take it. Everybody can't handle the pressure. Everybody can't take the roasting and the gagging. And I do think that he may have heard other people saying things that were and not in favor of Jay Wilson. And because these people have a nice following, maybe he felt that he would gain favor by coming up with this story. However, I'm here publicly saying this, that I actually give Castro a lot of respect for actually coming clean because he could have kept on with that lie. There are people who have lied on me years ago and they are still keeping up with them same damn lies. So at the end of the day, for him to come clean, it shows me that he has a heart, he has a conscience, and I hope that maybe at some point him and Jay Wilson can have a conversation like two grown adults. I don't think people should penalize him for coming clean. I did hear Food Junkie's video about, I didn't hear the whole thing, but I did hear some of it. And he was saying that, like, you know, when you lie, it's like the little boy who cries wolf. And then when a situation happens, nobody's going to take you serious because now you're known as a liar. So I understood where Food Junkie was coming from too, because Food Junkie was like, yeah, fine, you came clean, but if you didn't lie, you wouldn't have to come clean to begin with. I wanted to say it here on my channel because I know that I'm not saying that I have like this huge following or anything, but I know that Castro is a smaller content creator. And a lot of people, they will hear the lie, but they will swear to God that they never heard the correction. So I just wanted to put it here for anybody that does not know. You can go over to Castro's channel and you can literally hear him admit that he lied. And he also explains why he lied. And I think just knowing that is like, sometimes you don't have to do what the crowd is doing. You get what I'm saying? Because some people can't take the pressure. They can't. Now, for me, let me tell y'all what's been going on. So yesterday I had came, well, actually yesterday was Friday because we into Saturday now. So Thursday I came live. Like I said, I have been minding my business all day. Thank you so much, Alicia. I came live Thursday. I have been chilling all day, minding my own business. That is when that lady made that false police report. And I felt some type of way because this lady has told many lies on me. And although I don't think it's okay to be telling lies on YouTube, it's definitely not okay to be literally in front of the police, mind you, by trying to make drug transactions. Because I know y'all not going to act like y'all didn't hear her over there with her neighbor about them pills. But I had been telling y'all that that lady was on pills, but didn't nobody want to hear it from me. Okay. So after that happened, I said what I had to say and I logged off. I literally logged off, went to sleep, got me some rest, came back today. And only watched a couple of people. Like I said, I watched Food Junkie. I didn't get to see the whole video, but the boy who cried wolf, I saw that. I didn't get to see Castro's whole video because he made quite a few. But the video, it's like maybe almost 2 hours. I'll say like the first 15 minutes, you'll hear him admit that Jay Wilson didn't do that. And the reason why he decided to confess was because of Rebel. It wasn't so much because of Jay Wilson. I guess he feels that he let Rebel down, and that's why he decided to come clean. But I literally really can admire it because we all make mistakes. We all do stuff. And it's basically standing in your stuff, right? So I was over there with Lovely. I must say Lovely does keep that same energy because she's still on the same old shit. And this is not me dogging her out. This is nothing that I haven't told her, front door, back door. At the point that the police called you and told you that what you did is basically a crime, which is called wasting police's resources. That is why when people continue to say things about my son, I continue to drop the police's information and numbers because I want them to call. Because one, he didn't do anything. Two, I want you to call because what? It's a crime to waste police's resources. So if you keep on calling places, organizations or whatever, saying that you're reporting people about something, they're going to start looking into your ass. So that's why I keep on encouraging people to call. But everything is not content, and it damn sure should not be a conversation. Okay. So after the police report went up or whatever like that, when I came back today, and for me to see, and even my resources and things that people have told me, to see that this lady, not one person told this lady that she was wrong for contacting the police. Now, when the police came to her house to do the 5150, she could have told them at that time whatever was going on. Even if she called them to do whatever, she could have did that. Where she went wrong is when she lied on me stating that I threatened her life. Stating that I threatened to kill you and do all of this other stuff, that makes the police come to me in a whole different, a whole different way, because I'm then deemed to be a threat. You get what I'm saying? So once I realized that, as I've been told before, everybody here knows what the truth is. They know what the truth is, but they don't care. It's all on who they like and who they don't like. And once I realized that my life doesn't mean anything to this so-called beef sector, at that point, I said, I washed my hands with this situation. Because when you have to make a false police report, I've won. I've won. When you have to say you're going to toe tag me, and then the next minute you're claiming that you have chairs behind your door because you're frightened, I have won. I have won. Absolutely. People even in her ear now, and she don't have enough sense to know that it's abnormal for people to ask you if you're making money off of YouTube. It's abnormal for people to ask you, are you on disability? Huh? What? Lady, these people aren't doing you no favor, but guess what? That's not my problem. I don't care. But when it was okay for her to do that, I have now heard not one fucking person tell this lady that she was wrong. So that's fine. Y'all don't have to tell her she's wrong. Why do I need to come and give the beef sector any receipts? My life doesn't matter. No, she's not slow. Let me tell you something. I have talked to that lady behind the scenes, and she's not that little personality that she does online. Another thing that she's doing, and welcome Lola Bear and everybody else coming in, ATL Vibes. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Yum Yum, everybody up in here. Food Junkie. She's not. And DC, the Purple Diva. She plays stupid. Okay, she's not completely all the way dumb. So, but yes, I do agree she has people in her ear, and also I'm quite sure that she's gained a lot of subscribers, because let me take y'all where I'm at with my subscribers. And I'm not showing this to brag or anything like this, but this just shows how people like drama. I've been giving it, so I'm not mad that they came and picked up on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if I gain this amount of subscribers and I'm hated, then I know damn well her subscriber count didn't jump the hell all the way up. So let me show y'all where it's at. You see that? And let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. In the last 28 days, I have gained 342 subscribers. I am 3 subscribers away from having 22K. Now, previously, I told y'all that my channel got demonetized, and it did. Oh, yes. She right there calling the police, doing a whole drug transaction. Now, if I was the person that they say that I am, you think I couldn't call the police and tell them you need to go back and listen to that little transaction? Because I've been told y'all that that's what she do, right? But that's neither here nor there. So in the last 28 days, I have gained 342 subscribers. My channel was previously demonetized. I'm not going to get into why. I fought it. I appealed it. They denied me again for another reason. I fixed all of that, put my page on private, whatever. So as of yesterday, here's the receipt. This is August 18th, 2022. 1:10 p.m. Congratulations, you have been accepted. with that being said, why the hell would I continue to do things to jeopardize what I have built here from the dirt? Have nobody gave me their fucking subscriber over here. But you got people, oh, since the police came to your house, you scared. I told y'all the other day, fuck the police, and I still stand on it. Fuck the police. I told y'all the other day the police can eat my pussy from the back. You thought I didn't mean it? I meant exactly what the fuck I said. I haven't committed any motherfucking crimes. I haven't committed no crime. She committed a crime giving false statements to the police. There's a lot of things she has done that's against the law. I don't have to get on here and talk about it because it doesn't matter. But I don't have to come on here and do left hand, right hand. I don't have to do all that. Now, while I was over on Lovely Love's chat today, baby, they was doxing my family upside down. Dox my husband, dox my daughter, and everything else. Now, here's the thing. I don't mind doxing. I've already told y'all that. I don't mind dragging. I don't mind reading, roasting. I don't mind none of that. The doxing, I feel like that's just par for the course. It comes along with this shit. I'm not worried about it. Yeah. So they were doing it or whatever. At this point, Tracy had said something because Tracy was on the panel with Lovely. She was up there on the panel with Queen Sanity. Sheila dropped down from the sky. Then Sheila went live on her channel. So I would block these people, from my own account. Because I'm like, let them do whatever they're doing. But I don't need to see all this crazy shit they talking about or whatever. Lovely said, and this is not me starting nothing with Lovely or anything like that. But Lovely said, let them do what they want to do. I don't care. So I just came to the conclusion that, like I said before, I will stay my ass over here on my platform. The people I support, if they don't have control over their channel, if they don't have, if anything goes on their channel, that's not a place that I need to be. Some people do things because they want to so-called trigger you, and they want you to go live and act crazy and scream and yell and do all of this other stuff. I don't know if y'all could hear it the other day, but my voice was gone. Right, exactly, Wild Seed. My voice was gone. And I think I have an infection or whatever. So what I did was I tried to let my voice rest all day. I really didn't do no talking on the phone or anything like that. I already said this before, and I'm sticking to my guns. I'm not doing the yelling back and forth on YouTube. I'm not going to block you unless you come in here saying something crazy or disrespecting somebody in the chat. But good morning, by the way. But for me losing my voice the other day from on here yelling and screaming and doing all of this shit, it was also a wake-up call where I had to check myself and be like, what are you doing? None of these people are worth me sitting in the hospital, psych ward, or wherever else. I don't have time for it. It doesn't make sense for anybody to tell me what this and this person is saying. I don't need to know about what ZT said. Do you know how long it's been since I have watched a ZT? Easily 4 years. Once upon a time, we used to be cool. He let somebody get up in his ear that didn't like me. He switched up. He kept coming for me. I blocked him. I didn't pay him no attention. The last I ever really saw him, he was way on T.S. Madison's channel on her Instagram over there to say some crazy shit about me. Way over on Instagram. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about doxing. I didn't say I was a self-professed doxer, so you're mad because of doxing or them people being fake. What do you mean, which people being fake? What I'm saying is, if I'm not going to let somebody come in my chat with that nonsense, if I'm supporting you, then I don't expect you to be letting that shit fly in your chat. I don't have a problem with me being doxxed. I don't have a problem with that. I just put it up here the other day when I said, wait, where's my banner? Because I think it's still up here. Where's that? What's the problem? There's no doxing that's going to affect me, whether it's me, my kids, or whoever. I don't care. Ancestors, dead people, I don't care. I don't care. The only thing somebody can do that will change for me is this. And I don't mean the police. Because the police come in here, what's going to happen to me? I haven't committed a crime. They can't lock me up. The only thing that's going to happen is when people keep continuing to file fake police reports, they're going to get in trouble, not me. Not me. Exactly, Dr. LaShonda. And there's people that I support, but like I said, if they do not have control over their platform and it's a free for all, if it's something that I really want to watch, I'll catch it on the replay. But these people will literally hunt everywhere around on YouTube. They're not there because they like the content or they really support the people, because they don't even come over there and speak to them. They just come over there because they want to talk to me. But see, even with me, if I beef with somebody, I'm going to keep it with them. Not one time have I came on here and told y'all Dolby's daughter's address. You think I couldn't do it? Yes, I could. You think I came on here and told you about her son's name? No, I haven't. I kept it with her. And even when over at James' place, I could have cussed her out. I could have dragged. I didn't even want to fight with her, to be honest, because I just didn't care to. I kept going on mute, going to go get lemonade, letting her say whatever she wanted to say, because I did not care until she went low. So, with that being said, what changes for me is where I lend my support. If you don't see me, it does not mean I necessarily do not support you, because you'll see me on the replay, but I'm not sitting up in nobody's chat to be disrespected. I can be on my own page where you come in here with some dumb shit and I can go ahead and block you. Absolutely. And even if you're going to keep it to my family, okay, so let's just say this. Let's say that my son, not that he is, but let's just say my son is a murderer. What's next? What's next? I'm still here. You see how quick that was? You see how quick that block was? Did y'all see that? You don't like me, but it's 2:37 a.m. 2:37 a.m. and you worried about me. Make it make sense. And let me check Nala, because she might be blocked next. So what Nala talking about? Hold on, because she made another comment after that one. Let me scroll. I don't see where her comment is. I don't know if somebody took it out or not. All right. Oh, she said, huh. I don't know. Maybe it was just the way how it was flowing. And see, this is my thing with this. Even what Nala said, I don't have a problem with that. It's on how you say what you say. You get what I'm saying? I'm not above being checked. I read your question. Let me look. I think your comment may be removed, because when I went back up, I only see the old comment. Yeah, I just see the old one. No, it was a question. And that's what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with that. I have no problem with that. Because the only thing I've been asking for from the get-go is, let's just be mature about it. I got you. And this is my thing too. Even for somebody, if they have an issue with me, you can hit the link and have a conversation. Doesn't mean that's going to change anything. I'm just not going to do the yelling and the screaming and the hollering. But see, what I've noticed that scam artist has been doing, you notice she hasn't been on her channel with the content. You know what she's been doing? She's been on a YouTube tour. She's been on a YouTube tour going this place, that place, and this place, and that place. Why you don't get on your own channel with that bullshit? You notice how I'm on my channel with the same shit? Telling you, you still a fucking lopsided titty ass bitch. You still gonna be homeless very fucking soon. But you're not worth my energy because you lost this battle. When you had to lie to the police, you lost this battle. I don't need to argue with you. I also don't need to argue with anybody where if I don't watch you, it's an uneven fight because you watching me from my head to my toes. Good morning, Paulette. Good morning, Reasoning. And thank you, Paulette, for actually speaking the truth, because they even went over to Sheila page and told her that I was dragging her, Tracy, and Brooke and all them. Baby, we weren't even discussing them at all. And let me tell you how much this lady talks too much, to the point she talks on herself. Let me tell you what she told on herself today, whether she knew it or didn't know it. Basically, what you told is that either you applied for Section 8 or some type of housing. That's what you told without telling it, because you talk too much. You talk too much. You are your worst motherfucking enemy. I don't have to do anything to you. I don't have to do nothing. You're doing it all by yourself. And I don't have to get lovely love to do no 5150. Because I already told y'all, I said, if she keep up with it, let me tell you what I'm going to do tomorrow. I already stated what I was going to do. And guess what? I could sit here, and if I called on her, it wouldn't be no false report, because you stated all the things you was going to do to me, which is all erratic behavior. So I have grounds to do it. Y'all don't realize when the police was at her house, y'all didn't hear my voice in the background? Y'all better go back and check that video out. So the police was there watching me, or listening to my video. And that's why I said again, fuck the police. I don't give a fuck. My energy's never, the thing about me, I am on here who I am off of here. Nothing changes for me. Now that I'm partnered up with YouTube, of course, you know what I'm saying? I'm do things a little bit different slightly. And I'm putting my memberships back on, but they're making me redo it over again. So anytime that I'm doing any type of content that I feel may make a sponsor feel some type of way, then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do what I used to do before. And I'm going to move it right over there to members only. Because, see, a lot of people will do things because they don't have anything to lose. A lot of people want to keep up with beef because they have nothing else to offer. All they can do is click a link, have a WWE, scream and holler, talk about people that's not going to be thinking about them because they don't have any content. They have nothing else to offer to YouTube. That's not my testimony. And if I don't like you, I don't want to feed you. And at this point, I feel like I'm feeding the sector, and I'm not doing it no more. Why the fuck should I help anybody who don't give a fuck about my motherfucking life? And do you know this lady is over here lying, stating that the police is outside of her house? So now the police is just randomly showing up at people's house because you're in such a threat of your life. Who threatened to harm you? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. But I don't blame her for lying. Oh yeah, Sanity, you didn't know? I don't blame her for lying because people are listening. But some of the people who are listening don't even believe you. You're being used for content. You're being used for content. She claimed the police is out there so she'll feel a little bit safe. Tracy, am I lying? Oh yeah, I got the cliff notes. I got the cliff notes of her over there at Carrie's channel. lying her ass off, right? So when you have to do that, and she claims that was her first time calling the police, I don't believe it was. But again, I'm not going to let nobody get ahead of the game to know what the fuck is going on up over here. Absolutely not. Keep playing with the police and see what's going to happen. Now, I also had conversation with my family. And when I say my family, I'm talking everybody in my family. Well, not everybody. Let me take that back. My immediately, like my children, husband. And they're like, Mom, look, nobody cares. Even when I told my daughter today, you know, they put all your information out here on YouTube. She was like, so what? My family literally does not care. And the fact that they don't care, it makes me, I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, my son is not about to go to jail for nothing because he didn't do nothing. So all they doing is talking. I'm never going to see it here, and I'm not going to see it nowhere else. Because like I said, where I lend my support, that changes because these people don't have no motherfucking chill. Yes, did you hear the girl? Did you hear the innocent baby voice? Yes, God. You said she was wasn't she telling people? She was telling people to pull up. Now, I'm not going to sit up there and say that I hear every one of Lovely Love's videos. But as far as I know, I never heard Lovely Love say that she was going to drive to her to harm her. But Dovey said that tonight. So at this point, the whole situation is being milked for content. It's being milked and bled for content. I will not participate in it no further. I promise you. And if that means I do whatever, then no problem. But like I said, the minute she had to lie to the police, I already won. The minute that you're not on your page talking about toe tagging nobody, I won. The minute I'm on my page still saying that you got mismatched titties and fuck the police, I won. Because my energy has not changed. Now, if y'all think that I'm concerned or consumed because y'all keep dropping down telling me about random people and what they're saying, I don't care nothing about them. I have no problem admitting why this shit with Dovey made me so angry to begin with, because I've helped Dovey a lot. I have Cash App Dovey before. Has she ever Cash App me? No. I have super chatted Dovey. Has that Dovey ever super chatted me? No. I have given Dovey tips, trips. I have spent hours on the phone walking her through doing simple things because she did not know how to do it. When she had issues with her channel, I helped her with that. When she told me she was having financial issues and with her business, I gave her all type of resources to grants. So for me, I'm done. I'm done helping people because it's not appreciated and it damn sure it's not reciprocated at all. At all. I'm not going to come on here and tell nobody what she doing and how she doing it because they don't care. They don't care. And they don't really legit care about her. It's that they don't like the people that she's beefing with or who's beefing with her. She did. She took my kindness for weakness for sure. Or my highness too. All the above. She even asked me to send her some edibles. I'm like, girl, I don't need to send you no daggone edibles when you can click the link and purchase your own. By the way, they are having an amazing sale right now. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, I keep a lot of that over there on Edible Edna. You know what I'm saying? For reasons. You know what I mean? But sometimes you can't always come on here and tell people everything that you're doing and everything that you're trying to do. Because these people are just on some different shit. But it was a deal breaker for me for her to literally send the police 3 cars deep to my house. Now, I don't know what the hell she told them besides what the reasons why they said they was here. And I'm not even going to get all into that. Whoever, they can do whatever they want to do and go. They know how to get paperwork and get it, but it won't come from over here. But when I seen the lights flashing, and I'm like, damn, it's bright as fuck. And they looking inside my car. I'm like, what the fuck? But anyway, that doesn't change anything for me. The edibles are amazing. Actually, where they at? Let me grab one my damn self, child. Yeah, so when you get to that point, you've lost when you gotta lie. Because see, the thing about me, if I'm gonna drag you with your truth. I'm gonna read you with your truth. I don't have to make up no stories on you. Everything that I said to her is shit that she came here and told us all. And even today, she don't have enough sense. First, she told people before she already had another place. Yes, she was at an Airbnb. Now she got another place and she haven't moved in it yet, but she thinks she got it and she applied with it. But what you told everybody without telling everybody is that it was a low income place. Why was it necessary to tell people that? But then again, I don't care because you just stupid for no reason. You talk too much. You talk too much. So for all the people who subscribe to my channel, if you subscribe because you want to hear me talk about Dovey every day, you might as well unsubscribe because it's not going to happen. And I really don't give a fuck about those who want to have sympathy with her, for her. Continue to give her the sympathy. I don't care. You got the therapy muscle relaxer? Baby. You didn't order your lotion yet, Tracy? I have the Epsom salt one that they have in the green pack. And that was pretty good too. And they also have the body wash, but the lotion is the best. Just make sure that you get the green bottle because the white one, I've never used that one before, but the green one is really, really good. And sometimes I'll put it on multiple times. So, you can keep reapplying it. And then if you have a area in your body that's very painful, put a nice amount on it and then kind of like rub it in, but kind of let it sit there and kind of saturate in, so to speak. So I do that like in my shoulders and like in my lower back and all that. You got yours too, Reason? Good. With Viv. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, and like I said, I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but the beef sector, they really showed me that they really don't have any type of standards. And like I said, don't pick up nothing that ain't for you. If it's not for you, there's no reason for you to be offended. If it ain't for you, there's no reason to bend down and pick it up. But I definitely had confirmation today that under no circumstances will I be sitting over on other people's platforms that it's a free for all. It's not happening. So for those that, like I said, again, if anybody has anything content creator wise, if it's anybody that has something that they need to say to me, I come through Wednesdays and I do weed and wine Wednesdays, which I'm gonna have to end up coming up with another title now that I'm back with the partnership, you know what I'm saying? Because YouTube really don't like that too much. But so Wednesday, and I'm gonna have to double check with him, but Wednesday I should be having Rico over here and we're gonna have a conversation. And people really don't get it. Like, I legit am good to those who are loyal to me. And I'm not going to say that Rico is out here windmilling for me or anything like that. But I met Rico in real life. Rico could have came through. Rico could have said all kind of crazy shit about me. He could have made up stories and people would have believed it. But he never did that. He never did that. And for that, trees and wine. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yes. That's what I'm going to use. Thank you. That's what I'm going to use. So, like when I met Rico, And when he's beefing with somebody on YouTube, I don't get in the middle of it because I feel like people have the right to feel however they feel about whomever. You get what I'm saying? I don't get in the middle of it. The only thing that I say to people is the Rico that I met is not the Rico that I hear people on YouTube talking about. You know what I mean? So I'm always going to have love for him, period. Rico has kept it and been solid. Sharon No Salt BP, she has traveled to DC to meet me twice, and she's been solid. T.S. Madison, that's another person that I met and has been solid from the jump. And honestly, I think, oh God, I hope I'm not forgetting anybody, but I think out of all the people that I have met, those have been the only 3 people. And I'm just talking about people that I've actually broke bread with. You know, people that I have like been up close and personal with. You know what? I don't have anything for pets, but the doctor that I go to, they're temporarily in another location. And I was surprised that downstairs it's a place where they talk about like health and nutrition and all this other stuff. And I was shocked to see all the CBD products that they have for cats and dogs. So I might start looking into that. Oh yeah, James. Okay, yes. I did meet James, and then I did swing on James first or whatever, but I was feeling sorry for his homeboy. But yeah, and James, I did meet James in person. And like I said, James was real chill. James was there with some of his friends, like in real life. He was there with Really BTV. And although me and Really BTV, like she don't be over here and I really don't be over there with her, but she was really like a sweet person and seemed like a really down to earth person. So yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about her. And I've met a couple like subscribers and stuff like that, but I don't like engage with them like too much and I don't hang out with them or anything like that. But now, TC, I'm glad you came in here because let me just tell you, because I ain't this type of person that's going to talk about you behind your back and not to your face. But I spoke to you in Sheila's chat, and then I seen you somewhere else not too long ago, and I had added you and spoke to you, and you didn't speak back. So I figured that you were upset with me about something, and I said, well, I guess TC mad with me, so I'll just leave her alone, and I won't say anything to TC because I don't know what I've done to TC. I thought we were good or whatever. And I thought I was like, well, maybe she upset about the thing or whatever, but yeah, so I just, I have nothing but love for TC, and I've always spoke highly of TC, and I get it. Sometimes it's some things that I may even do. Like I'm not even gonna sit here and lie and say that my behavior on this YouTube in the last week has not been disgusting. Absolutely, it has. But I also think I was pushed to that motherfucking point. Am I saying you guys won't ever see that behavior again? I'd be fucking lying to sit here and tell you that you would not see that behavior again, because I believe absolutely that you would or probably will. But what I will tell you is that a lot of things I won't even be triggered to respond to because I'm going to be staying right here. Now, I'm going to tell you another person, Tracy, when I go over to her channel, it don't be a whole lot of that crazy nonsense and foolishness that's going on. DC the Purple Diva, it don't be a whole lot of that going on over there. You get what I'm saying? It's not a free for all. Sometimes I like little chill channels where, you know what I'm saying, everybody's just talking, communicating and stuff like that. I don't have time for all that hoopla, all that foolishness. I'm not, first of all, I do not like lies, and to sit and listen to lies. And the shit that I heard tonight, the little that I did here was nothing but a bunch of fucking lies. Right, when push comes to shove. But what they want you to do is to end up in your car, wearing a pamper, riding across the country, baby. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody got time to do that. Ain't nobody got time to do that. Right. And that's my thing. If a person feels offended, I'm very much reachable, whether it be by phone, whether it be you want to talk when the StreamYard is done and over. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I just think as grown women, that's something that we should be able to do at some point. Why does it always have to be like a knockout, drag out? Or why do we have to resort to telling lies? Now, for me personally, when I see people running around and defending people, and I know that them people don't like you, baby, I get no more joy in my heart. I don't have to keep on reminding you how them people don't like you. Bitch, you know it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So look, I don't know if everybody gone to bed or not. Let me see if Tracy's still up. Okay, you gotta unmute yourself, Tracy.
Hey,
Let me
good
drop
morning.
the link too. If Sandy wants to come up, she can come up too. So I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. And I appreciate that, because you know what? Sometimes I'm not gonna act like, sometimes I'll be like, do people not see what the fuck is going on? But, and I ain't gonna say no names, but somebody told me, like, Shelly, they know what the hell going on. They playing dumb. So my method of fighting right now is to starve that bitch out. All that shit she doing, running around YouTube and all that other shit, I'm starving her to fuck out. Anybody want to speak on my kids or my family to think that that's going to trigger me, I'm starving you out. I'm not responding to it. I have nothing to respond to. I've dropped the police number a million times. There's no more for me to say. They said, we doxing your son, we doxing your daughter. You already did it. I don't care. You doxed my husband. I don't care. I don't care. So that's where I am with it. Child, Sanity, did you hear that nonsense about the police is outside her house?
I heard it. I did not hear that part. I didn't hear any of that part. Actually, I've been somewhere else. I've been trying to get away from all this, to be honest.
Right.
And everybody keeps saying, "Sanity, you need to start your channel up. Start your channel." If and when I decide to start a channel, it will not. I promise you, it will not be this.
Right. And you don't have,
I
like, don't feel that you have to do that, because you don't. But if you're going to be on other people's page and they with the nonsense, then you might as well go ahead and do it. You know what I mean?
I
Because
promise
this
you,
is
it
how
won't
I
be
look
this.
at it. I'm not going to be adding to anybody's. You got feedback, Queen. I'm not going to be adding to anybody's platform, and their supporters are fucking cussing me out. And then if I block them and they come back 99 times with 55 accounts, baby, they call me crazy. No, they need help. They need help. I seen you disrespected today. I've seen Tracy disrespected. I seen Brooke disrespected. Since we've been on here, how long? Has anybody disrespected you? No. Has
No.
anybody disrespected Tracy? No. I don't run I've never ran my channel like that. I don't do it.
I
And
want to
even,
run the risk. I really do want to run the risk of sounding like I'm angry with a person, but I'm not really angry with a person, because
mm-hmm,
it comes to, like, that devil. You know what I'm saying? You know that person.
right,
Uh and you know that person likes certain shit going on. Because
right,
I noticed that when the conversation became something else, that person was ready to leave.
right,
And so that tells me that you want this.
right.
This
But
is
you know
the
what's
shit
gonna
that you
happen
like.
to her? What's gonna happen to her? And I have no problem saying it. Lovely Love, if she does not snap out of this, Lovely Love is gonna end up going to jail, and it's just that plain and simple. Well, I wouldn't say, I don't know if I don't want to go that damn far, but she may end up with a court case, because this lady is working it in a way where she's going to all of these, she's going on a tour all around YouTube. She's saying all kind of stuff to get a reaction, and then you go on your channel, you respond to it, and then the police look at her channel or over there on her page and it's something different. And then you keep screaming that you did it because you were mad at her, and they already told you that that's a no-go, but then you keep going on it over and over again. See, I can come on here and I can say 10 million ways. Let me say it real loud. Fuck the police. You know why? Because it's not illegal. I can tell the police to eat my pussy from the back. Why? It ain't no crime. Now if the police were in front of my face, and if I was to be yelling something crazy, then they could say disorderly conduct. But not so much in my own house. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say to them. Because I haven't done nothing. She's over there telling lies. And I can call the police and put a report on her and tell them all in the same breath, fuck them. Because she's literally committing a crime by filing false police statements, meanwhile selling motherfucking Percocets at the same time. So that already let me know that the police, if they listening, y'all not too motherfucking bright. Because how the hell you gonna be at somebody's house in the middle of a fucking drug transaction? Make that make sense. But exactly, free speech. So even me coming on here tonight, I'm just letting people know that the direction where I'm going, and if y'all rock with me, I'ma rock with y'all. Y'all fuck with me, I'ma fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And when I say fuck with y'all, I don't mean in a bad way. I'm saying I'm a love on y'all. But what I'm not going to do, because I'm not pressed for content, I'm not going to keep arguing with this lady, helping her to be a victim. I'm not going to do that because that's what's going on. I don't know if nobody else can see it, but the more we argue or speak about her, it just gives her, all she's doing is milking this shit. You just hear the violin. It's like, what do you, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And anytime, the next time I come on here, y'all will not hear me even mention that lady name. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. She is feeding into it big time. She muted her live during that transaction. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why, Lovely keeps entertaining it. And then the people in her chat, they just not going after me. They just not going after Tracy, you. They going after her.
Right.
And she don't care.
Right.
She does not care that they're disrespecting her on her own turf. And the acting as if you don't see it is really irritating.
That's what did it for me today. It's
Mhm.
like, come on, you see it. Good morning, KC. Yeah, it's like you see it or whatever. And my thing is, I don't have to sit there and talk about nobody behind their back. I can tell them to their face, but I'm not gonna sit there and twist your arms and be like, you gonna respect me. You gonna
But
no.
it's not talking behind her back because we've already told her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
50
But
11 times.
everybody else doesn't know that we've already told her, but we have already
Right.
told her. So
Right.
I don't want the world to be thinking, oh, we're just talking behind her back. No, we've
Right.
already told her these things. Like, and
Right.
if she keeps doing it, let her keep doing it. But I won't be over there talking about it because first of all, let me tell you something. I'm not a police type of person, I'm furthest from that, so yeah, what she did, she had all the right to do it, I guess, whatever, I ain't gonna tell nobody how to fight or whatever, but when the other person now doing shit with the police and then you lying and you ain't even telling the truth no more.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, look,
I mean, that's bold to sit there and lie to the police like that. I don't know what that was about. But, and then you see why I got mad when Nicole was over there giving her advice, because she went and used that same information that Nicole gave her today about the reason why she was showing her breast was because it was for cancer awareness. No, you only came up with that because that's what Nicole told you. You got everybody in your ear telling you a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? But she has done enough things to me that if I wanted to, I could press charges on her and she would be locked up. She threatened to kill me. I didn't threaten to kill her. She went and did a false police statement dealing with me. I didn't do it to her. But even with that said, it's like when I say I'm done, I'm done with it. And even for people to say that I told Lovely to call the police on her, I was on my own live. I didn't even know Lovely was even live. Jay Dunn came over here and told me that Lovely had called. And I'm like, what? It was news to me. It was news to me. I don't need nobody to do anything. Anything I want to do, I can do it myself.
right, Fifi, it is a big old setup. It's the biggest setup because they know that she can't stop. They know that she
Right.
won't stop. So that's the setup right there. I just don't want, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't want Brooke to get in the middle of it.
Well, listen, let me say right here, I already spoke with Brooke, and I told Brooke, you might want to fall back some because you got what you got going on. But when you entertain that, and then when another person doesn't know how to keep it at a certain whatever, then it will look like you're in cahoots with that when you don't have nothing to do with it.
You got to understand as well, Dovey is just as mad with Brooke as she is with Lovely Love. You understand? And Brooke got a hell of a lot more to lose than Lovely Love. So now you got to watch yourself when you go over there and y'all joking and y'all playing and you talking about it and you saying fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Dovey is playing y'all's live for the police. We
Right.
heard that. You know
Okay,
what
let
I'm
me do my
saying?
intermission. Fuck the police. Okay, go ahead.
So it's kind of, and then you're trying to build a brand. You're trying to get out of that section.
Right.
And it's kind of like, if you feed into this, like I said, it's kind of like, they know what they're doing
They
and they
do.
steady doing it. So
Right.
I just want to not do that because
Right. And people call me
I'm
crazy all the time, but one thing I'm not is stupid. I'm not dumb at
right.
all. At all.
Just
Not
like
even a little bit.
that stuff that happened with Dory. Dory, Mona made a live, which she deleted it. She deleted the whole fraction, like, of a live. Like, she set the live up. Then Dory came to Lovely Love's channel and tried to question her so that they would have something to talk about. But what I did was I stepped my nosy ass into it and stopped that questioning. Stopped all of that.
I think they
Which
was even setting her up, asking her about her making money off of YouTube. To me, that was a setup question for a person who claims they're thinking about subscribing to your channel. Like a lot of the questions that these people are asking, they're not normal questions. Like I don't. Somebody with a third grade education should understand something ain't making sense at all. You know, it's just not.
and either she wants it for the subscribers, but these people are not subscribing. They're just in your chat.
Right. They're trolls.
They're trolls. You have a chat
Right.
full of trolls, people that don't really care.
Right. And I'm gonna say something right now. And I want to definitely thank the army. I want to thank my real supporters because the people who really, really, really support me have hit me up even on the back end saying, Shelly, listen, we care about you, we care about your health, and we want you to just let this shit go because nothing good is going to come out of it. This person ain't worth it, and just keep it moving. And at some point, you have to listen to the people who genuinely support you and genuinely want well for you. Sometimes, and it's not always easy to just ignore and keep moving because this is how I am. If I ever have cared about you or supported you, some shit that you do is offensive and it'll make you angry. But if I don't view you in a certain type of way, it's like it don't matter what you say or what you do. It doesn't faze me because I don't even see you honestly. I don't. But with Dovey, that's somebody that I spent. Do you know how long you have to sit on the phone with Dovey to walk her through a step of doing something on her YouTube channel? Swear to God, it will take you an
Oh, wow.
hour to walk her through something that takes like 2 minutes. Tracy, have you ever tried to help her with something on the phone dealing with YouTube? Do you know what I'm talking
Yes.
about?
Yes.
Is it easy?
No.
But when y'all say that, it makes me feel like she's not smart. But the moves that she's making out here are very calculated and
Right,
smart.
right. I think she got
So,
street smart, so maybe she. I don't know. I
Prison
don't
smart.
know. I don't
like, you
know.
even got to think about even like the way her husband died. She she pulled the plug on that nigga. Like, she pulled the plug on that nigga in a hospital
I mean,
and
she
got
did
the
tell me
fuck
something
away from
about
it.
she did say something about that, which was another thing that was weird too, because before, when I first, came to counter with her or whatever, she was saying that she had a house, she had the house she was in, that her husband left her, and they had another property. But now suddenly she's homeless and applying for places all over the place. So it's just like, you don't even know what's right, wrong, or indifferent. But I mean, if you drugged your child with medication, I wouldn't put it past it. You didn't drug your husband and take him up out of here to glory. I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. Again, I'm saying maybe. I ain't said she did it, because I don't believe in lying on nobody just to try to get back at them. No, I still ain't told nail lie on her yet. Mm-mm.
Can someone please? Don't you have mods in the chat?
I can't see her. Block her if somebody see her in here. She got people helping her with YouTube. If somebody see Summer Breeze, block her, please. She's not welcome here.
No, it's someone in your chat keep writing paragraphs of stuff like.
Yeah. Okay, I just blocked them right there. Somebody already had blocked them. They talking so fucking. What they're doing is they're putting my son's girlfriend that passed away. They're putting her name in the They're putting her the deceased family member's name in the chat. These people are disgusting.
Do you know how
in the
psycho
morning.
you have to be to do stuff like that? But you want to call us crazy?
Hold on, I might mod up some more people.
Like, I'm just not. And you be having on a subscribers only.
Well, no, I didn't put it on because while C was in here, she was saying that she's only been a subscriber for a couple of weeks, and that's why I have been doing it. But some of these people, they're so dedicated to hating me that they will literally subscribe or have been subscribed just to drop down and say stupid stuff. So,
but I'm gonna tell you too, y'all just seeing me, but
right.
I've been subscribed for years. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So even when you did put the 13 weeks and the whatevers, even though I'm just dropping down, I can still chat. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So those people might have been like that as well.
Yeah, and what they do too is they change the names of the channels. Like, it'll be a channel that they have, and they'll be subscribed, but they'll keep on changing the name of it. Like, they'll probably come back in a minute saying something else. And my only conclusion is that they're hoping to break me down. But as I told y'all before, during that time when my son's girlfriend passed away, my friend of 20 years had passed away, my uncle passed away, all that shit happened in the span of like 1 year. Yo, I went to astral projection, baby, healed from all that. So it's like, I think because they heard me on here crying and shit about that shit before, once something happens the first time and it gets effect, it doesn't happen again. Like when people come, well, your kids, this and that, well, your son, it's not affecting me at all. Like, nothing's changing. We still here. We having conversation. I hope y'all don't mind. I'm gonna end up modding up some extra people right now, because when people come in here with that nonsense, I want them out of here immediately. And I know sometimes people will be listening to your live, but they'll be moving around. So I get that, because sometimes I'll be listening to people, but I'm not always maybe looking in the chat or whatever like that. But the fact that it's 3:18 in the morning and you're listening to me, but you claim you can't stand me, you need to get help. You need help. Brooke asked must went the hell to sleep. She said she had one eye open. Brooke, you still in here? Queen, I'm about to mod you up too. Tracy, you still up?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
I just
It is a peace of mind. And also, some of these people are very they don't like their lives.
They don't.
They don't like their real life. And so this is more exciting than their real life.
Right.
So, they are into this. They are into it. They want to keep it going. And when it slow down, they don't know what else to do.
Yeah, I mean, they've done stuff before, like putting my making a YouTube page, putting my daughter's name, and here they go again. They made another page with the nonsense. Look at Reason, she is on that. Sad. These people need therapy. They call me crazy. They need help.
I really don't. And then you got to think too. Some content creators will make. See, I want to say this, but I don't want to try to think I'm just turning it on somebody else. I have
Mm-hmm.
literally seen a content creator make dummy pages, go into somebody's live, talk
Mm-hmm.
about themselves to the
Oh yeah.
people.
Oh yeah, they do that.
You see where I'm going? Just so that that person
Sorry.
can get mad and it'll start a beef.
Did you delete Wild Seed on purpose?
It was a mistake.
Oh shit. Sorry,
I'm
Wild
sorry.
Seed. Okay, there you go. You can good.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
they
done.
are. They're very miserable, and it's like there's just no way in the world. And a lot of these people, like I said, I've admitted on here with my mental health, but I really think that these people are beyond mentally ill, beyond lonely, beyond all kind of shit. So, like I said again, even if you okay, so let's say my son did whatever, what difference does it make? How does that change anything?
And why would you want to fuck with him? Like,
Right. Yeah, they're going
like
ACL, but they just coming back under other pages or
why
whatever.
in God's
Right.
green earth would you want to fuck with somebody that don't care about killing people? Are you slow? Are you slow? Are you slow?
Oh
You
God.
got to be a special
Oh
kind
my
of
God.
stupid to go and fuck
Listen,
with a murderer and then sit up there and call the police.
I told them that my
The
family.
murderer don't care about the police.
I told them that most of my family has been to prison before, and some of them been to prison for murder before. I've came on here and said that, but they want to give people who ain't murdered nobody and call them a murderer. But it's just like, child, no, nobody has reported her threats that I know about. But I know one thing, and I'm here to say it out my own mouth. If Dovey keeps up with her bull crap, I will call back that same officer because my name is not Lovely Love, and I will call and I will play all the shit that she done played all on all these other people's channels. See, I know how to snip and cut and do all that, and I really don't. I truly don't. I frankly don't even care. Honestly, at this point, I don't. I don't. I don't. Because she's living her own hell. And instead of packing up her shit, she's on a YouTube tour. No, I'm just going I'll try my best to, make sure I have some moderators in here and stuff like that. And then probably what I'm gonna start doing too is cutting my comments off once the video is done. You get what I'm saying? Like for the replay. And usually when I'm watching people, I hate when their comment section be off. But it just, and half the time they leaving comments, I don't even see it because I'm not even looking. I don't have time to keep up with all that shit. I don't.
I
I
just
don't.
like sometimes it's good to have a free fall and but that's tiring and it tires on your spirit and you can't dwell in that shit and
Right.
you can't always be in the ground. You got to come up for air sometimes and breathe a
Right.
little bit. And it's cool, but a group is only as strong as their weakest link, you know.
Tatiana, you hear about respectfully. When did you hear me call the police? I said I could. And I could still tell them fuck them and call them at the same motherfucking time. You know why? Because my tax money pays for their ass. That's why they work for me. Okay, ACL vibes. It's cool. Child. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
honestly, out of all social media platforms, and I don't know if it's just this sector, because I know a lot of shit be going on in different little areas, but I swear to God, this little rim, they the worst.
This is the worst.
The
And
worst
it's
I've
really
ever
not
seen
the
it.
worst. It's really not the worst. It's just we don't be out there. We don't be out there. And they do the same thing in the mommy sector, the Kanika Jenkins sector. They do it all the same. They do all the same thing. We just think it's the worst because we're here. Like,
Right, right.
because
And
we're
see,
here.
when I'm done with this, like when I log off here, man, I like watching like abandoned hotels and hospitals and funeral homes. I like watching weird stuff. So I'm not really all into the like the nonsense all day. But for those of who are in the chat, and I don't think she's in the bushes, I think she would have dropped down if she was here. But does anybody in here press a one if y'all know who Lonely One Love is? Press one if y'all know who she is. She's been around for a long time. She was around before there was even a beef sector, but I had got an update on some things that was going on with her in her channel. Now she's in the, is it called Bust It Down? Bust It sector?
Is it Busted Down, Dr. Iana, or something like that?
No, not
That's
Tatiana Bust It Down. It's called, I think it's called Bust Down. I think it's called Bust Down sector. So a lot of people have heard of her before. Well, I saw a couple of videos she had did, and she was talking about Uncle Suge. So I was thinking that maybe she was doing commentary in the black sector, but they say no, it's a whole different sector. I don't know who all the players are. That's why I don't, even when I support people in other sectors, I don't give commentary because I don't know the history. I just try to support the people like Coolin. I'll watch her, but when she's dragging, I'm just there. I don't say anything because I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know who she's talking about, and I feel like it would be inappropriate for me to even get involved because I have no clue who the fuck she's talking about or who they are. So how I'm gonna get my input? I don't know what the fuck going on.
well,
So
they drugged me to that sucker. That sector
you should
is
call
funny.
them
It's
if you
very
feel
dangerous.
unsafe.
That sector is very dangerous. And see, that's another thing. Lovey Love has introduced herself to that sector,
What
and it's a
sector? The busted
dangerous
down? Or you talking
sector.
about the black sector? What sector you talking
No,
about?
the one that Coolin is a part of. The
What
one
sector
that
is she? Oh,
Coolin,
is she in Mo 3?
yeah, she's a part of Mo3 sector.
Oh, I didn't
And
know that.
Lovey Love been dibbling dabbling over there with them. And they do things a whole nother way. They
Oh, okay.
they do things a whole nother way. And I'm
To
just
be
getting the fuck
honest,
about the way.
to be
Like
honest, and people might get mad with me, but I believe that a lot of people in different sectors, or I'll say even the beef sector, they don't want to merge with other sectors because they fight different. They want to keep up with just the roasting and dragging and the doxing. They don't want to beef with nobody that's gonna actually, you get what I'm saying? That's what I believe. That's just my input. Now, me, I don't think
that
people should.
sector over there actually be knocking on the door.
Right, right,
That sector over there don't leave it on YouTube.
right. Now, what happened with Lonely One Love, and I just got this information here today. So okay, so when I first came across her, again, this was before B sector, before Section 8 sector, before any of that. And she was just a subscriber. Every once in a while, she would like come on just for a couple minutes, but not, some people would consider that you're not a content creator if you do that. But I think that from the first time you upload a video, to me, you're a content creator. So apparently she got involved with another content creator in the area that she's in. And they end up having a sexual situation or whatever. Well, I didn't know she's married. And I guess after she hooked up with the guy or whatever, the guy came back to YouTube and told it. I guess they started beefing or whatever. I'm assuming that's why he told, right? So, what's up, Simply A? So, the guy told or whatever her and her husband. Now, this is all information I got from Cliff Notes. Hey, Vanessa, Jay. So this is all Cliff Notes I got from somebody else. So if it's wrong, listen. These are Cliff Notes. Disclaimer. So her and her husband got into a physical altercation. And from what I'm hearing, a lot of people were supporting the husband, although he physically attacked her. And, I get situations like that can cause a person to want to lay hands on somebody, man, woman, cat, dog, a child. I'm not giving him a pass. What I am saying is I am kind of happy in this sector that the men are basically gay men, and you don't see a lot of hookups in this area with women and men. It doesn't exist over here. Maybe because there aren't really like straight men over here. But so I had went to her channel and I had left her a comment because I really was worried about her, because that can be a lot when you got everybody that already don't care for you, and now this new situation that came up, and now you're heavily under attack, and then you're being attacked in your home and stuff like that, and you're not really getting any support.
Everybody, everybody just be talking about domestic violence as if they know what it truly is, and they don't. Unless you've been in a real domestic violence situation, you
right,
don't know what it is. And I really wish people would stop commenting on it like they know what it is when they don't.
right,
Fighting with your boyfriend and fighting your boyfriend is separate from domestic violence. Okay?
right,
Domestic violence is not physical. Physical is the last thing domestic violence is. That is the last entity of it. Oh yeah, so I hate it when people be like, "Oh, I would never do that. I would never let a nigga do that." Da 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 da. Bitch,
right,
the physical part is the last thing about
right,
domestic violence. It might be the worst because it can kill you, but it is the last thing. It ain't the first part.
right.
But
A
yeah,
lot of it is the whole the mental,
it's
the
right.
emotional. I've shared a story on here before with the person I was with, you know, before I met my husband or whatever. And I knew that person for many years or whatever. And I never saw a side to that person like that. But it did, you're right. It did start before the physical. It started with emotional. It was the manipulation. It was the control. It was why you have on makeup and you going to the grocery store. Why you got all embrace? It was just a lot of shit, and it was just so fucking crazy. And I
By
don't.
the time you get to that physical stuff, Miss Shirley, you don't even feel it.
Right. And that's
You
what, and that's
see it,
another
you
thing,
don't feel
truly.
it. You don't feel it at all. By the time you get to it, you don't feel it. When you don't feel the hits, you don't feel the punches, and you damn sure don't feel that floor because you're already dead inside. And it
Right.
takes a long time to get yourself together.
You know what? I know Tracy ain't on this motherfucker snoring. Indeed, she is. Child, let me remove her. She done went to bed, girl. Did you hear her snoring?
Yeah, she's trying to hang, but
Child.
I don't know why people do that, and that really pisses me off. It pisses me off when people do or say, I would never, you would never, because you have never. And it's not this short thing.
Right. Yeah.
It's
And
not.
people don't understand too that, like, when this nigga lay hands on me, and I'm talking closed fists to the face, you right. I ain't feel that shit. Cause it's like you numb. It's just so much shit going on. It's like almost like an out of body experience. Oh, it's on your IG. Oh, you don't have a YouTube channel. what's your IG? I'll follow you on IG. But yeah. So you didn't hear her? Yeah, she was snoring up good, but she said she was tired. She said she hadn't slept. I think she said she had been up for like 3 days, I think. So I'm glad she got some rest. And that's another thing too. I'll be telling people, like, when you have somebody on your panel and they fall asleep, take them off the freaking panel, whether they're snoring or not. All it takes is for them to roll over, and then all of a sudden the camera's on. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. Why do that? Like, at least look out for the people. You know what I'm saying? If they supporting you and you support them, don't set them up like that. But yeah, domestic violence ain't nothing to be played with. So being as though that she's been attacked by a lot of people, even people that was previously supporting her, from what I've been told, you know what I'm saying? I want to try to go over there and lend some support to her, because it is a very lonely feeling to feel like that, you
And
know?
it doesn't mean that you're weak. It really
Right,
means you're strong because they do it only to the strong one. You
right,
understand? Because it's a game to them. How can I break this person down? If somebody's already weak, they can't break that person already down because they're already broken. They're trying to break somebody that's whole. Like,
right.
so of course anybody who goes through that, I am on their side completely for more
Right.
reasons than one. So, you know, it is what it is. I just
Yeah.
feel bad for stuff like that. Uh,
Yeah. And I mean, it's bad. So I'm gonna definitely try to, you know what I'm saying, check on her and lend her some support. I wish she hadn't got herself set up into that type of situation. I'm not talking about just the domestic violence, but I'm talking about the being in a relationship with somebody on YouTube, because like they say, don't shit where you live, you know what I'm saying, or where you eat or whatever. So out of all people you gonna mess around with, this not really the place to do it, because these people can't hold water.
right. And you also, you know, talking to somebody, I get the flirting on YouTube, but to actually try and be with that person, that is a very dangerous thing because you don't know whether they're doing it for YouTube or doing it because they actually like you.
Right,
So
exactly.
you
Right.
don't know.
Right. And I learned her name is Lonnie One Love. Y'all can subscribe to her on YouTube and show her some support, but don't go over there troll. I know y'all wouldn't, but I'm just saying, like, other people, because she got enough stuff just going on right now. And it's yeah, I messing with somebody on YouTube, that's just I would never. And
Mm-mm.
also, I don't believe it. And maybe her husband felt, and I'm not taking up for him, but when everybody knows the secret, but you don't know it. And so it's this kind of embarrassment, because it's like,
It doesn't matter how
oh, I
embarrassed
know,
you
I
are.
know, I know, I know. I'm just saying that that's the reason why when people try to say stuff about me cheating on my husband or whatever, when I tell you my husband knows everything, he knows everything about me, because I would never give anybody that leverage to be able to use something or hold over my head or to have him looking crazy. So he knows everything, past, present, future, everything, everything.
And then like even with her, like I don't know if she has kids or not, but you know how horrible it is as a child to see a man beating on a woman?
Right. Because what they
You,
end up doing is they might repeat the cycle,
it's
or they
not. Let me tell y'all something. I am my dad's only child, but my aunt, she moved in with us. My dad, of course, asked me. I said okay because she got 5 kids, but her baby daddy used to beat the shit out of her. And even I, because I was with them so much, I seen it. To this day, I don't fuck with that. A bitch can yell at me all fucking day long, but a man, if his voice goes up above a certain octave, I get into gear real quick. Like I will attack real quick. Cause when I was little, I seen,
Right.
as a child, I was trying to protect my grown ass auntie from her grown ass boyfriend
Do
that
you
she
have
had
post
5
traumatic
kids with.
stress?
I really do.
Yeah, I
Um,
could believe that.
so I really don't get excited around a whole bunch of women. It's when that man come into and his voice get above a certain octave, I start to snap. I will snap.
Right.
Like, and that happened when I was a kid, you know?
Yeah,
That
I
happened when I
remember.
was a kid, and I'll never. So if she has kids, if a child saw that, and because I was the oldest, even though I wasn't her, but I have those problems. I have those issues. It's almost like I wasn't supposed to have those issues, but because I was there, I have those issues, and I'm the oldest, so I had to protect a lot of shit. So,
Yeah, I remember being at my friend's house spending the night when we was like probably like 13 or whatever. And I remember her cousin, he was older, so he was like her mother's age. And I'll never forget the way how he beat his girlfriend just out the blue for nothing. And it was so crazy because we were all sleeping in the same room. And he ended up just beating her. And then the next thing you know, he was having sex with her. I mean, it was just what, like, to this day, I remember that shit like it was yesterday. And even with my ex, like, I can remember, some decent times or whatever and stuff like that. But a lot of the abuse, abuse and shit like that, I remember that shit like it was yesterday. Vividly remember it. So I know even for children, that shit sticks with them forever.
yeah, it definitely does. And even when it comes to the man's point of view, and everybody like, well, if they treat their mom good or if they treat their bad good, like some people in the chat are saying, like if they treat their mom bad, they're gonna treat you bad, or if they treat their mom good, that's how they're gonna treat you. A
Hmm.
man can treat their mom good, but saw their dad disrespecting their mom.
Right. And I think that's where some men also get it from, where when they have fathers this out with a whole bunch of different women and they're not settled down with one woman, you see a lot of them, they tend to be kind of the same way. But then again, I can't really say that because my brothers was completely opposite when it came to that. Like one 99 women, the other one just settled with one girl. So yeah. DC the
I got
Purple
it.
Diva says my current man knows my past one of the reasons he can't stand my ex-husband because he knows. Miss Star says I learned to fight or go ballistic watching my stepfather pounding on my mom. Oh God.
Like a lot of women seen these things, and a lot of women has gone through different things, which is another reason why when I start my channel, I want it to be a safe place for women to say certain things like this, even if
Right,
they have to talk in a third person,
right.
even if
Without
they have
making
to
somebody
say
take
a
it.
friend of mine. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I want them to be able to say that because as I'm only 28, is which I keep going ballistic when people call me immature. Um, I take care of a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I
And
can say
so,
you're like my kids' age, but I can say one thing: my kids are way more mature than half these people in this motherfucking in this sector. I know
right,
that much for real.
right. I just think that I want somewhere where women can be just that, women, and they don't have to have their guard up all the damn time. Like it's okay. I want you to be able to breathe because some people use this as as a as a release.
Like there, yeah. I always tell people I
And
started YouTube for therapy, but then it turned into punishment.
even
For
though you
real.
want to say that YouTube is not therapy, that's exactly what people are using it for.
Right.
That's exactly what people are using it for. So although I don't want any first person stories, like it could be your story, just put it in a different um way of saying it,
Right.
because you
Right.
don't want anybody to come at you for it. You see what I'm saying? So people, I just, when you go through something so traumatic when you're young, you have to learn how to heal yourself.
Right.
You have to learn how to protect yourself, and you have to learn boundaries
Right.
and
And
to
sad
control
part,
your
some people
emotions.
take boundaries. Some people take boundaries and they think that that's a beef. And one thing that YouTube has taught me, the one word that people do not like is I'm falling back or I'm taking a step back. They take that as an all out, and I think it comes from a form of these are people who have been rejected their whole life. And I think it started from their childhood and childhood trauma. And so when you tell them that you're backing up, it's like, oh, this is another person that's about to walk out of my life. And they lose it. Like a lot of things that people do and say, it's I think it's so much deeper, but it's like I don't have time to if I have to analyze your behavior and why you behave this way and why you behave that way, then we probably don't need to behave. We probably don't need to deal with each other if I gotta keep, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to figure out why you're doing this way and trigger where all that I ain't got time for that. No. No.
I mean, you don't have to do it. You can almost see it on people.
Yeah.
You can see it. You can see it on them. The way they talk, the way they move, the what they do. You
Right.
can see something ain't right. You can
Yeah.
almost, you know, see
Well, I
the
know for
demon.
sure that a lot of these people have never been popular before. That's obvious. A lot of these people don't have friends in real life. That's obvious. And one thing that I'll never do ever again is anything that I cherish will not be a part of this right here. They don't deserve it. So as far as, friends and family or whatever here on this YouTube, no, you won't get that. May do it other places, but you won't get it here. Nope, because they take everything and they have to turn everything into something ridiculous. Even a marriage, they have to turn it into cheating and all other kind of stuff. They have to make it perverted when black love is actually very beautiful. You know what I mean? Why do they have to turn it into something that's very nasty? It's
But you
weird.
see what ATL just said, that she felt like if she was the one beating on the man.
Mm,
But can I tell you
wow.
something, ATL? That's not domestic violence, because even though that's what I was saying, it don't start off. You're not gonna see it coming to be the one to do it first.
Right.
They will let you beat on them. They will let you do everything that you feel like you need to do, and then flip it and turn it and be a narcissist about it, and then break you down.
Oh,
You
yes.
know,
Believe me.
narcissism is
Well,
something that's very scary, because once you've been a victim of a narcissist, then you become a little bit of a narcissist.
and the thing is this, and I told this before, and this is one of the reasons, and not the only reason, I've never been a fan of witchcraft. I've never been a fan of voodoo, obia, juju, whatever name people call it by. When I've really seen the worst side of him was when he went to somebody for a spiritual bath. When he came home that day, I had to open the door because in Jamaica they have like grills and stuff on the windows and the door or whatever. So, it's locked from the inside. So even if your door's open, you have the bar door, whatever. So I went to go open that or whatever. And when he was at the door, it's like I could see through him. It was so weird. It was like it was him, but it's like he was a different person. His eyes even looked different. And something in him was just so different. And he was acting really different that day. And then the next day, he was using this bottle. It was a yellow bottle of what some people could think is like could look like a body wash or whatever. I ain't gonna lie, it did smell good, and I don't even know how good it smelled because he was cleaning the floors with it. He was doing all kind of shit with it, and he kept on reading this um, verse out the Bible, and the Bible, which I definitely believe in, respect and all that, but anytime, even though somebody's saying something in the scriptures out of the Bible, it still can be used for the wrong thing. So he was doing all of this or whatever. And then he kept on telling me that if I saw these leaves on the floor to not pick them up because he had got them because he was going to be boiling some tea or whatever. And I'm like, there's no way in the world. And so he had all of these leaves lined up and all this other stuff. And maybe about, so that was like maybe the second day I seen him doing that or whatever. And he was pouring the stuff on the floor and he took like a cup of water and he's mopping the floor. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And then it was about the third day he had confessed to me that, now he claims it was his brother's idea. I don't know, because even to this day, I don't have no beef with his brother. I feel like him and his brother day and night. And then he told me that his brother took him to get this spiritual bath or whatever. And the lady gave him this spiritual bath and she also gave him a reading. And then during the reading, she told him how I didn't really want to be with him. And she was just telling him all this stuff that was not true. And so I was like, wow. Now I'm not going to lie. When I first met him, I'm not even gonna lie, I did get with him for the wrong reasons. Hey, W. Jackson, good morning. No excuses, just produce good morning. And Chloral Lover, good morning. Welcome to everybody in the chat. So when I first got with him, I did get with him for the wrong reasons. I'm not even gonna lie. My friend, what I was telling you about earlier, my friend of 20 years that had passed away, my friend was like, he's the man. And I was like, what do you mean the man? He was like, the man. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, not the middleman. He is the man. So I'm not going to lie. I hollered at him because I was trying to get, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to get a good deal on some, on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so, it was what it was. But so in the beginning, it was like that. But after a while, it was something different. And so once he started telling me all this stuff this lady told him, he was believing all of this stuff. And then the next thing I know, I'll never forget it. That was the first time. And at this point, I had known him at this point, not been together with him, but knew him, because we were friends. And then, we were together and all that other stuff. So at this point, I had known him for like 7 years. This nigga punched me clean across the goddamn face over a goddamn plate of motherfucking rice. And it just went downhill from there. It just went downhill. So, and I think that's one of the reasons why, like, even when my husband always say he's my best friend, and I know that if anything ever happened and we weren't together, we'll always be friends. He'll always be my best friend. And I would never do anything to hurt him or disrespect him because he knew me then. He didn't know what was going on, but I then told him, what was going on and stuff like that. So he would call me and be like, you need me to bring you and the kids some food over there or this, that, or whatever, and stuff like that. So we became friends and then, best friends and then husband and wife and so on and so forth. And it took me until like, I think earlier part of this year where I felt in my heart that I forgave my ex, not forgive him to the point I would ever want to be friends with him. And I'll never forget what he did. But it's like, if it wasn't for the shit that he did, it would have never, like, I don't know. I just think that everything happens for a reason. I wouldn't be with who I'm with now had it not been for him doing what he did. You know what I mean? So it's like, and essentially he helped me out. You know what I mean? So
You gotta understand, a lot of people don't believe in that stuff. That does not make it untrue.
right,
Because when I tell you I had all my phones off, I don't necessarily not believe in that stuff because I believe people have gifts, because I have a couple of them.
right,
So when I not seen, but I heard what I heard with Nicole,
mm-hmm.
I heard these things come out of her own mouth, but all my phones were off and I was in the house by myself and it woke me up out my sleep.
Wow,
And so there's been times where I've gotten punched out of my sleep and I've been in the house by myself.
oh yeah,
There's
that
been
definitely can
times
happen.
there's been times where I woke up with handprints on my back and handprints on my chest and stuff like that. So it's not true, but some people do it for the wrong reasons and then it backfires.
Right,
If that make any sense. So
right,
as she was telling him all these bad things and he was doing the instructions, it might
right,
not she might have invited something to him.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I can be honest, like even when he had got locked up, this nigga would be sending me fucking flowers, and he was in fucking prison. Like, so it's just weird. Like, how the fuck after 7 years, somebody doing all knowing somebody for 7 years, they start doing all this crazy shit. Now he was displaying a lot of crazy fucking behavior, jealousy, and why you got on makeup and shit like that. And one thing that I said that I would not do is ever change who I am or what I'm doing for somebody else, because I had did that with my ex-husband. My ex-husband would complain about what I would wear when I'm going to the doctors. If you going to the doctor, why you putting on perfume? If you going to the doctor, why you got on makeup? You must be sleeping with the doctor. And from that experience, I was like, I don't give a fuck what nigga complain about what. You're gonna have to take me as I am or don't take me at all. So when he started all of that other crazy stuff, I'm like, okay, all right, he's doing a bit much. He's accusing me of messing around with all these different people or whatever. And I can honestly say that when we were together, I never really stepped out on him until I then started talking to my husband. But even still, I didn't take anything, nothing physical or anything like that until I literally moved out of the house with him. You know what I mean? So I do think that she did open up, like
She
she just
opened
she
up a
just opened
door.
it up. Yeah, she
She
did.
opened up the door and then no one knew to close it. And like my mom told me, like, never let a man break you. You will never let a man break you. Continue being that person that you are.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Don't you ever let a man break who you are, no matter what. And that keeps you going. Like, I people think I don't listen. I listen to a lot of shit. I just don't acknowledge it. I'm one of those people who analyze things till I can't analyze it no more.
right,
And then I make up my mind. And but once my mind is made the fuck up, it's made up. Like you can't change it. Ain't nobody gonna change it. Like once my mind is made up, it's made up. Unless I feel bad for you. And even then it's made up. I think a lot of men don't respect women nowadays at all.
right,
I I think nowadays, like, women are starting to be a little bit more masculine than what they should be. But that's only because men aren't being men. They're being
right,
women. And the first thing that come out their mouth is, well, women do it. Well, we're women. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
And then
We're
also too,
women.
it's like And I have no problem saying this even as a woman. Sometimes we complain about what men do, but when we get a man that's doing things different, it's like a part of you, or some women, they want that bad boy. And honestly, I used to be like that. Like I wanted the street nigga. I didn't want a nigga that go clock in and clock out and shit like that.
Women want a street nigga until they get a street nigga.
There you
Then
go.
you wondering what the fuck a street nigga entails. You feel
Right.
me?
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you why I got a street nigga. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, bitch. I've been on the straight and narrow for about 8 months now. You feel me?
Oh shit. Okay. You ain't
New
even
to
1 year straight.
I, I'm new to this good life, and to be honest, YouTube has helped me out a lot
Really?
because because I'm on this bitch instead of doing other things. So, people don't know shit.
Right.
And like I keep trying to tell y'all, I'm telling y'all who I am, just nobody is listening. And I'm
No,
the
I'm
type of
listening.
person And I'm the type of person that'll tell you just because I know you're not paying attention. Like, I know you're not paying
Well, don't
attention.
tell me and think I ain't paying attention because I don't miss a motherfucking thing. I picks up every goddamn thing. Absolutely.
Y'all be wondering.
Why do you think I hit Naima page the other day? I received it all, baby. I picked it up, put it in my pocket, and even made a bracelet out of them gems. Picked it all up. I received it.
Like, I'm the type of person that'll be like, but I told you. I told you what I was gonna do. I said what I was gonna do.
Can somebody because I've already blocked him earlier, so I can't see him on the side. Can somebody block Red Wings Hockey the fuck up out of here? Ain't nobody got time. Take him clean cross the fuck up out of here. Go somewhere else with that bullshit. With my emotional ass. I'm gonna stay emotional right here on my page. See how that works?
Yeah. And like some people, like women my age that I know that are like around my age and they have those same like mental things going on as I do. My
Right.
dad never took the time to put me on medicine for
Right.
that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to cope with it and figured out how to live through life with it. And
Right.
but my other friends, their parents put them on medicine and some of them can't read or write. So
Like what? Why they can't read or write? Not because of the medicine. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know, but the difference was they get diagnosed with the same thing I was, and they get so doped up they don't even motherfucking can't even spell, can't
Oh no,
spell,
that's
can't
some
do anything.
that's some extra shit they got going on.
And they're just as old as I am. Like literally, I have a friend. Her birthday is maybe 20 days before mine, and we've been knowing each other since high school. And she cannot spell. She cannot read very well. She cannot do anything. And her mother put her on so much medicine. Like I seem to think and wonder, like if she wasn't on that medicine and she had to fight like I had to fight, would it be better? You know. So
Well, I never took any. Okay, the first time I ever took medication, I was like 20, about like 20, and I'll never forget. My mother was livid. At this point, I was only diagnosed with depression, but my mother was not pleased about it. My family was not accepting of it. Um, I was pretty much told in so many words that the depression was like um, a spirit of like the devil and this and that and stuff like that. And so I personally, I think, okay, so the first medication I had took was, I think it was Paxil. And so I took that or whatever. Like I said, my mother wasn't understanding of it. She wasn't with it. My family wasn't supportive of it. So then I started like questioning myself a little bit, like, well, maybe I'm not really depressed, because I couldn't really understand completely the feelings that I was having, or why that I just couldn't I couldn't seem to shake whatever was going on. So then at this time I was heavy into church. And that's another thing that offends me, when people, not offends me now, because it's like people won't say whatever they want to say, but when people would act like I'm dibbling, dabbling in witchcraft, I may not act like it, but I'm saved and baptized, apostolic. I don't get down like that. So at this time, I was heavy into church. When I say I was in church, every opportunity I could get, I was there. Bible study, women's night, fellowship. I mean, you name it, I was there every Sunday, everything. So I stopped taking the medication, and I kept on saying, well, I'm just going to let God, work on me through this, that, whatever. I fought against it really heavy. But let me tell y'all something else in the midst of this religious journey that I was in, right? So at this time, I started going to a friend of mine. I was going to her church. I later on joined it, but at this time I wasn't a member. I was just a visitor. So I went there, and they had a guest speaker, which was a apostle. And the church was packed. When I say packed, every pew, there was not a seat left. And there were people sitting in regular, chairs and stuff. And so the apostle had called me up, and he was like, the lady in the black jacket, I had on a black blazer or whatever. So I'm kind of like frozen, like, I hope he ain't talking to me. Please be talking to somebody else. I do not want to walk past all these people and go up here. What is this man going to say to me? He's like, no, I'm talking to you. And so he was like, don't worry, I'm not going to embarrass you or whatever. So I walked up there, and he whispered in my ear, but he kind of pulled me close to him, and he said this shit like so rough. And he said, you see the man you with? If you don't know what he said, if you don't let him go, he will destroy you, or he will kill you, or something to that nature. I don't remember exactly what he said. At this time, I was with my ex-husband, and I was just like, wow, how the fuck did this man know my shit's all fucked up? And but anyway, it took until 2009. I tried again, doctor's medication, whatever. But it wasn't until 2014 that I was actually diagnosed with bipolar. At first, I was diagnosed with intermittent explosive disorder. And so, you spend the majority of your time with the therapist and not the psychologist. And she was like, I don't think you have intermittent explosive disorder, because people who have that, they break like TVs, they bust the windows out the car, they put holes in the walls. She was like, you hitting on people. I think you have bipolar, not that. So they changed my diagnosis or whatever like that. And so I would say probably like 2015. And I do be a little bit inconsistent. I'm not going to lie, with my medication. Sometimes, especially when I'm not feeling well, sometimes it just be one too many pills to swallow.
It's a little much. It's
Yeah.
definitely a little much.
Like
I
mental
mean,
health medication, I probably haven't consistently been taking no medication for like a whole month. But I've also been sick like back to back, and I'm taking all these different antibiotics and steroids, this and all this other stuff. And it just, was overwhelming. But the recent therapist that I talked to, which was a man, I kind of liked him because he's just blunt. And he told me some things that was just like, wow, So I do need to probably make another point with him and shit like that. But for me, I had to make the decision and realized that, maybe I need to take this medication. And I often stop because, you take it and you start to feel like you feel okay. But the minute I don't take that shit, baby, that shit happens.
But
You know?
I I be I asked him, I be like, yo, do I act different? Like, do I act different when I take this?
Wow, I'm glad your
And
pastor takes it serious.
I asked him, do I act different when I take my medication? And he goes, you're a lot calmer.
Yeah.
You're a lot calmer. Well, the fuck, the shit that we get into or we used to get into. Let me correct myself. Shit, I'm paranoid.
Right. And that's me too. It can be any little thing, and my the way I handle it. But I also think it's just like environmental too. You know what I mean? And see, I didn't realize, like, when I moved from PG and when I left PG, I didn't realize that a lot of shit that was going on was not normal. I didn't realize it until I moved away from it. I thought everybody behaved that way. I thought everybody fought every day. I thought everybody fought with their neighbors. I didn't think it was just me until I got somewhere and it was like, bitch, no, this shit's not normal. Yeah, a lot of the medications will make you tired, and it can take a long time for you to find the right medication. Like,
Right.
sometime last year, um,
It's a
I had
trial and error thing.
they changed up some medications, and I'm telling you, for the first couple of days, I felt great. But when I came down up off that shit, baby, I felt terrible. And what I learned is the
Ooh,
therapist was saying that a lot of times they'll give you this medication, but they also don't give you a mood stabilizer. And they find that a lot of people who are just taking certain medications, who are bipolar
yeah.
plus depressive, it has the terrible effects, but then they're suicidal and all this other kind of stuff. But people don't understand, if you're suicidal, you're also homicidal. So I don't know why people fool around with people that ain't
Right.
all the way there. It's like you're playing
I
with your
keep trying
life.
to tell people that, like, these people on YouTube, I think the first complaints I got on YouTube was, she says she doesn't care, but we know she cares. We
You
know
don't
she
care.
cares.
No.
Sweetie, I forget everything as soon as I log off. Like I really truly don't give a fuck unless we're talking about something that I give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? Like, mental health I care about because I go through
Right.
that.
Yeah, I'm very passionate
Relationships,
about it.
relationships I care about women I care about, spirituality I care about because I'm a spiritual person. I'm not necessarily a religious one. I'm a spiritual person and I'm deep down in it. So if it's not any one of those subjects, I don't care about it. But also, it comes to me when I be talking to people on YouTube and I be trying to tell them something and they really not trying to hear it.
Right.
The only reason why I keep trying to tell them is because something in me is trying to tell you something. I
Right. And
noticed
sometimes
I,
you're
I
trying to
was
prevent them from going through what you've been through, or you're trying to save them, but you can't. Remember what I was saying before about most people who are drowning is the person that goes to try to save them that ends up dying because they're fighting against them. It's like you're trying to save their life, but instead of them taking the help, they're pushing you down in the water. And that's what I realized with a lot of these people. You
you
cannot
gotta
help them
let
because they
go.
don't want to be helped at all. They don't. They don't. And ATL vibes, right? I know that it'll be hard for your daughter to, like, because it's not an easy thing to realize that maybe you need some help. But when it comes to her being suicidal, like, please just try to convince her to at least talk to
Whoa,
somebody,
whoa.
even if it's like you call one of those numbers and she speaks to somebody. And I can't say that a lot of these even inpatient places have changed a lot. um Shit, you get to have snacks all day. They got every kind of soda you could think of. They got the fancy ice and things, you know. So it's like, you know,
Why do you feel that way?
hmm,
Why do you feel that way?
me?
Yeah.
Did they have changed?
No, that well, all right. I guess it's different strokes for different folks.
What you mean?
I um
You don't believe in getting help?
when no, it's not that I don't believe in getting help.
Hmm.
I believe in when a person's ready to be helped, they're gonna get it.
Yeah, but not if they're suicidal.
Why not?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Because it could be too late.
You sure? Well, okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I've told this story on here before. Let me tell you what happened to me. You may not know this. I took 45 fucking pills one day, right?
I know.
And if it
I
wasn't for
know.
my friend calling me and wondering why the fuck I was sounding the way I was saying on the phone, and she called the police. And that's when I thought my ass was dead in heaven. We laugh about this shit over here all the time because I be like, Michelle, not Michelle's daughter, but Michelle Martinez. I'm like, remember that time when I thought I was in heaven? Because I was thinking, now these voices sound familiar. And I had a whole house full of police and paramedics and shit. I had to get my stomach pumped and every goddamn thing. So I
But
do think, like, if
I
it was
was
one of
that
my kids,
person.
I would take
I
them
did
somewhere
that.
because.
I did exactly that.
Mhm.
I did exactly that when I was in high school.
And what happened? Although I also think that you can't cheat death. And I think if it's not your time, it's not gonna happen.
It's
Like,
not it wasn't my time.
yeah, I do. I definitely believe that. Like, I do think that your death date is set for you the day that you're born. I believe that. So I believe no
It
matter what
wasn't
you
my
do, it ain't
time.
gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen no matter what. Um, I say that because a lot of stuff like in school, they were trying to put me in a lot of therapy situations, and nothing
Hmm.
ever worked until I decided later on when I was grown that I needed to go. Because if somebody pushes you into it and you really don't want to go, there is nothing that therapist can do to help your mindset.
Yeah, if you're not ready to receive the information, but if you are a threat to yourself or others, then it's not your choice. A family member can make that choice for you.
Yeah.
Actually, a stranger can, because then you
I
are, a threat to yourself.
but somebody that's a threat. Okay.
But I get it. It's
Well,
just a difference of opinion. But
I
I
I
do
just
believe that you have to be willing to receive the information because they can give you all the medication in the world. If you don't take it, then what's the point? If you don't go to therapy or you don't take it serious, what's the point? And I can only
right.
imagine as a parent how difficult that would be to watch, your child hurting. But it's probably no different from my family watching me in different situations and them feeling helpless and in a situation.
I think that being a parent, because I'm not a parent, I was the child in a situation.
Hmm.
You feel alone
Right.
and you feel misunderstood and you feel like no one's ever going to get you. So, more than just therapy, see, therapy is what you get to once you're ready.
Ready.
But in order for
Exactly.
you to get ready, you have to have um you have to have a support system,
Right.
and not that lazy kind of support system um that, oh, that's just her. Not that support system. An
Right.
actual support system that's not going to be like, oh, she's just crazy. You know her sometimes. No, don't
Right.
do that. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Treat them like a person. Treat them like an actual person that has feelings and not coddle them, but a person, almost like tough love, but not that tough because they're already tough on themselves.
Right.
Is
Right.
that, I don't know if I'm making any sense,
No, I
but
understand.
I'm one of those people, and I'm gonna be honest. People think I know everything. I'm one of those people where I feel like God has always brought me to the fire, but never burnt me,
Right.
and meaning I have a lot of different experiences. Meaning, I was supposed to tell somebody about these experiences.
Right. Well, I think also too, right, being from the DMV, I think a lot of times our whole mindset comes from environment and lifestyle. And a lot of times people can mix that up with being a know-it-all or being aggressive. But a lot of times we don't know how to see something and not call it out. I think that's just part of the environment. That's just what it is. People just speak what's on their mind. And I realize a lot of people on here, they're not like that. Like, and a lot of what I notice also, why I feel a lot of people on here don't really even like the people that they so-called support. When you really like somebody, why would you continue to basically encourage them to do things that you know is not helpful for their mental or physical, or is going to jeopardize them and their freedom? But these people, I always tell you, these people will cheerlead you right into the pits of fucking hell. You gotta have the mindset to be like, nah, I'm not going. I'm not gonna let you. Oh, ATL is not blocked. Yeah, you have to have the mindset to know right from wrong, or what you are willing and not willing to do. Because if not, these people will lead you all the way down wherever. And once you're gone, they will move all the way over to the next person. That's how it works. But Queen, I'm telling you this, and you don't have to listen to me, but I do hope that you do open up a channel, because I feel like you give a lot to other people's platform. Doesn't mean you can't go and offer anything to anybody's platform, and you're always welcome here. But I feel like you do have a voice. You have something to offer. So why not? If you're going to do it on somebody else's channel, you might as well do it on your own, where then guess what? You're in control and you don't have to deal with all that fucking disrespect. Yo, when I seen you try and help that lady the other day and she was like chopping your head off, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. You have to be grateful for people who are willing to try to help you. That's all I'm saying. You just woke up, Viv? Let me drop the link, Viv, if you want to come up, because I probably stay on here until probably like 14 more minutes. It'll be 2.5 hours and I come off. But I do thank you for this, Queen, because this has been a good conversation. We talked about many different things. And another thing that I'm going to work on, because I'll probably be off of here for a couple of days, because I got to go back with my videos and get my channel back together and stuff like that, and then go on my other channel. So I got a lot of stuff I need to do, on the back end. But I
I
think
don't,
even
I
go ahead.
don't, I don't think when people say I give to other people's platforms,
Mm-hmm.
I don't give them what I'm gonna do on my platform.
Lonnie, girl, I just sent some people over there to you, girl. We was talking about you. I was talking about you. Somebody had gave me some updates. Somebody that has been supporting me for a very long time made a video today, and I've never heard her cuss before. I've never heard her go off or anything on her video, and she was going the hell off, and I really didn't even know what the hell was going on. Good morning, Joyce. Empress Lonnie, One Love, and it was somebody else that came in here. Hold up, who was it? Auntie Gone H. Hopefully I said that right. Good morning to everybody. So
I
So
don't really think I have that type of voice over here. I think people like to put my name in their titles,
right,
but I don't think they want to hear me speak over here. Like, you know
right,
what I'm saying? Because people love to have me on their panels, but they want me to shut the fuck up. They put me on their panels just to say they have me on their panels, which is kind of weird. But, you know, I just try to
right,
help people as much as I can, I guess. And that's just me being me. I'm the same
right.
person. I haven't yet mastered being a different entity online as I am in
Okay,
real life.
Lonnie. If you go live tomorrow, Lonnie, I'm gonna be checking for you because, like I said, you know what I'm saying, you've been around for a long time, and I can only go by cliff notes that I was given. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with what's going on, and because you're very vocal, you speak out. You gonna already have a people attacking you, and then
What the
with the other stuff that's been going on, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want you to feel like you're alone because you're not. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be over there tomorrow. If you go live, I'll be looking for you or whatever, and I'll support. You know what I'm saying? And
what
everything like that.
what makes y'all think my mom isn't around? Because I speak on my dad a lot. Like, really? I don't understand people.
Lonely love, I made that mistake too. You know what I'm saying? And it can happen to the best of us where you let your guards down. And I've learned that you just can't on here. Like no matter how hard or how good or how whatever, you know what I'm saying? Um, you just can't. These people are just trash for the most part. Not all, because I think I got some decent people over here, but I'm just saying a lot of people they do stuff and everybody can get caught up. We've all got caught up. You know what I'm saying? We've all let people in just a little bit too much. But I'm telling you, my walls is up so goddamn high and so goddamn thick, baby. Just keep standing strong. You want to do a stream yard for a minute? Okay. Yeah, you could always do an upload and do a premiere or whatever, something like that. But just continue to keep on pushing. And you know what I'm saying? I'm always here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Lonnie been around shit before there was a fucking beef sector. Anybody who don't know, don't know. You know what I'm saying? But she been around. So yeah. But just
I've
keep your
never
head up.
ATL. I've never said my mom was never around. I've never said that. Actually, I talk to my mom every day. I've never said that.
I think what it is a lot of times because people a lot of men are not around, it almost seems abnormal, you know what I'm saying, to hear father, like that or whatever. So I don't
I just
know.
my dad raised me does not mean my mom was gone. It does not mean that my mom was an absent mother.
Now
No,
somebody
my
else
dad.
is saying that you said your mother wasn't around on a panel the other day.
I never said that. I've never said she wasn't around. What I said was my dad raised me by himself. That does not mean she was not around. It just means he raised me. They weren't together.
Yeah, like my cousin that was raised by her father, and she was raised by her father because my aunt was strung out on drugs, and actually she's still out there in that street life or whatever. And I will say, out of all my cousins, shit, she probably had the best fucking upbringing. Her father and her father's mother or
It
whatever.
makes it,
So
I come off a little rough because of it. I come off a little masculine because of it. My emotions don't really show that much unless something is really, really getting to me. But no, my mom was not around. She just wasn't in the house. My mom was around. She just wasn't in the household. No, some, I was at my grandma's house every other day. Um, no,
Lonnie, don't
I
forget what I said too. You need to go ahead and monetize your channel. Listen, if you're gonna be on here, don't get just pennies for your pains. Go ahead and get your coin while you at it. Cause somebody else making money off of you. You know what I'm saying? Every time people make content on you talking shit. And that's another thing too, Queen. If you on other people platform and they putting
it's
your
okay.
name in the title because they want to beef with you or whatever, or they want to say something about you,
Oh, I
they're
don't go. Oh, I don't
right.
go.
You
I
might
don't
not
go at
go, but
all.
they're still making content off your name, talking about you. So get yours.
Whether I have my own platform or not, they're still gonna put my name in the title.
Right. That's free promotion. Get your page. Hmm.
I done went from 0 to 200 and something subscribers off of nothing.
For
Like,
real?
yes,
Shit, you about to
I,
have a community wall in a hot minute.
I haven't put up
ATL
shit.
apologize. Let me find out, girl, child. And they look, they
ain't,
think
ain't, ain't not
they
hurting
they
shit.
think they hurting me, and 300 and almost what I said before, 384 people to subscribe in the last 28 days. I mean, I always get new subscribers every month, but usually it'd be like maybe 20, 30 or something like that. But now it's just a crazy amount. And like most of them people, I know I gained like 300. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Why was I saying? Look, I'm lying talking about I'm almost at 22. Why did I think once I got them other little bit of ones, it was going to turn to a 22K? Girl, no, it's at 21,204. So actually, I need 700 and some other blah 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 to get to 22. But anyway, most of them 300 subscribers came in the last 7 days, and I got like about 800. I mean, sorry, 8,000 watch hours just this week. So like I said, some of the beefing, and I get why people they do it, because they don't have to sit and think about a subject. They don't have to think about a title. Some people don't even come up with fucking titles. They don't have to think about thumbnails. All they gotta do is hit the goddamn button and talk stupid, degrade people, lie on people, roast gag, whatever. They don't have to edit anything. They don't have to worry about lighting. They damn site ain't worried about motherfucking sound, because it'd be so much motherfucking ruckus on the goddamn thing. All they got to do is just, you know what I'm saying? That's just what they do. That's what they do. So they do it because it's an easy way to get views. And Queen, I had to get our girl today because she was over there. Remember what we talked about the other day?
Right.
Remember I asked you if you would go live, what we talked about. I ain't gonna say it on here, but you know what I'm saying, what we had talked about.
Yeah.
She was over there telling.
Oh,
I said,
yes, she shouldn't have did
I
that.
said, no, no, no,
No,
no,
no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
ma'am.
no, 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 no,
Mm-mm.
no. Just let it go.
Because if
I'm-
you do the same thing, you're gonna get the same outcome. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I don't do that. Like, this is it. This Michael Jackson. This is motherfucking it right here. Mm-mm. So they can do that, but I'm not transferring that energy. And a lot of times that shit can even transfer energy into your house, because yeah, you on YouTube, but your family gotta hear all that yelling and screaming and shit like that. That shit is unfair to my family too. They got shit to do. 2 o'clock in the morning, you yelling at the top of your goddamn lungs. You know?
I
Uh,
completely understand that. And I'm not upset with you, ATL. It just kind of stands from where I say people don't listen to what I say. Like, because I say all the time, I take care of my mom. I pay for my mom's groceries. When she need money, I give it to her. Like, I'm very much. I say that all the time. So that just confirms what
and oh, let me ask you this, because I heard that Lovely Love was crying tonight. What was she crying about?
she was saying, that her kids told her that they're tired of her.
Oh, because of YouTube?
I don't know if it was
I
because of
don't think she should have
YouTube.
said that on YouTube. I mean, these
I
people
don't
already
think she
looking
should
to
have
say
said
something
it.
crazy. Why would you say that?
I don't think she should have said it at all. But
Yeah, but
If
I
you
mean,
want
yeah.
me to give you what I really feel why she said it, or you want me to?
Why? Tell me, because I don't know. I mean, I just heard that, so I don't know. I didn't hear it
She came on
myself.
the panel and she wanted to let us all know that she just got off the phone with her kids, and her kids said they're sick and tired of her.
Mm.
And we were talking about Brooke and her bullshit. Not, I didn't mean to say that like that. See, that's that manly shit coming out of me. But anyway, we were talking about Brooke and her problems, and then Lovely Love came up and told us that, and then she got down.
Mm.
So it's not even like she wanted to have a conversation. And if you can get my drift, catch it. Like
Right.
she just did it. She
Yeah.
just
Maybe she needed to hear that from her kids to be the wake up call. Because I mean, when my son said to me the other day, "Mom, what people are you talking
it's
about?"
still
And then he was like, "I hope you're not talking about people on the internet." And then he just looked at me like I was out of my freaking mind. It was like, "Don't you know that's what people do?" And I was like, "Yeah,
yeah.
but and so yeah,
Where's my other phone? I was looking for my other
you
phone.
too, Vanessa. Yeah, we about to get up off of here. It's
But
almost
hold on.
yep,
I
one more
gotta
minute
do
to be
something real
two
quick.
and a half hours. And I didn't even eat my dinner. I had got some like it's a place out here that's their food is like similar to Sardi's.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what we ended up getting or whatever. So I'm gonna eat that. And also too, Black Hole, a lot of people do that. They sit here and all their kids get is YouTube stuff. They don't do anything extra um with them at all. Got the TV or something going on. So look, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to shut this thing down. I thank you all for hanging in here with me because to be honest, for the most part right now it's 195 people in here and we've pretty much kept a solid basically 185 to 200 this whole night. And we didn't really focus on too much of talking about a whole bunch of people that really don't matter. Now, the next time I come on here, like I said, if y'all don't see me, remember, I got some things that I need to deal with as far as my channel and some other stuff. But I just want to have some real conversations. And then hopefully I will talk to Rico and Wednesday he'll come over and we'll do that. Hopefully another day I could have Lonnie come over. I would like to have a conversation with her with the sector she's in and all that other stuff. I have no problem answering questions. I have no problem to the people that really support me. Y'all already know what it gives. Like I don't have no problem being open and honest and transparent. But as far as these other people, they have their minds made up about me. So I'm gonna stay right here on my page where I don't have to deal with all of this fucking disrespect. I will take in consideration that I do have new subscribers. So I'll try to not do the subscriber only thing. And I have modded up some new people. I hope for those that I modded up, I hope y'all don't mind. I hope y'all don't mind that or whatever. And, let's just have real more conversations. And for those who want better, let's just do better. We can still have a little bit of the drama, but it don't have to be day and night. And I'm not trying to feed these people. If I don't like you, I want you to starve. And the last I checked, bitch, you already about to be homeless. So you can be homeless and hungry. Sanity, thank you so much for being my guest.
Good
We'll be
night.
out here in these streets. And if you decide to start your page up, let me know. And look, girl, if you want me to come join you on your page and we go live over there, we can do that too. And I also want to go live on that other place whenever you have time. You let me know. I gave you my email so you can
All right. I
or you
was
can
waiting for
or you could
Tracy to get hers, but I hope she's doing
I
it.
don't think she's going as fast because I asked her today and she said like 50. And I'm like, what?
What?
50?
I got like 200 in a day. Like
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I don't
that was
know.
an 8,000. That was
You might have to help her a little bit more because I'm not for sure exactly what she's doing. But
she's
you know what
forgetting
it
to
could
do
be?
it.
Also, too, she may be forgetting to upload because the thing about them is if I see somebody's page and they only got 2 or 3 videos, I'm not following. I'm not. Like, you got to come better than that because I feel like it's going to be a waste of my time. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of think that you're just, so you got to kind of put some shit up there. Okay. So thank y'all all for being here. I love y'all so much. And I will see. Oh, you got the green lotion. It works wonders. I'm so glad. Okay. I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourself. And I'll probably, if I don't come back at all, you guys will see me on Wednesday or y'all see me out here in these streets. But if it's somebody's channel, this is a shit show, y'all not going to see me at all because I'm not fighting with nobody in the chat. I'm not telling no content creator to check your chat or block out my kids' information out your chat. I'm not doing it. If you need to know or hear about it, you're going to catch it right the fuck up over here. Okay? Where respect is given and also expected. Love y'all so much. Have a good night. Bye-bye.